Welcome to this week's Angel Messages. I'm thrilled that you could join me. My name's Elizabeth Harper from sealwithlove.com and intuitivesoulcircle.com. We are moving into a full moon in Virgo, and it's an eclipsed moon. I was born on this moon, on the eclipsed full moon in Virgo, and as a consequence, I'm feeling very emotional, and you may be too. You know, we think of Virgo, it's not necessarily an emotional energy, but with that eclipse, it tends to intensify things. And with Virgo, of course, there is this, certainly for me, a need to tidy things up. Let's organize our routine, organize the schedule. Let's get rid of all the stuff that is around us so that we can declutter and create space in our lives for the next step. And when you think about it, this is the end of a cycle. Because when it gets to the Aries new moon, it's that beginning. It's that whole new beginning. So we are using some healing cards today. Before we get started, I just want to make sure that you have my Healing with the Angels mini course. There are 3 things that your angels want you to know that will really support you at this time. And there's a wonderful meditation that will help you to heal, connect with the healing angels, really embrace the angelic energy as you heal every part of your being. So if you go to my website, sealwithlove.com, you'll be able to sign up there, or there'll be a link in the description. You'll also get my weekly love letter. It gives you more information, support, help, guidance for your week ahead. All right, so what I'd love for you to do is place your hands over your heart, just like angel wings. Invite your angels to guide you to message 1, 2, or 3, a message that comes from their heart to yours. All right. We're going to start with a message that is for everybody. Now, these cards have, you might see there's green on the outside and pink on the outside, and there's gold on the outside, so you'll have different meanings. All right, so for everyone, the message for everyone is, it's a pink one, grace, so it's mastery. So it's mastering something. Now, there's a relationship energy that comes in here. When we look at this, it's almost like mastering levitation, in the water. But that water is indicative of emotions. So it's being a master over your emotions. It's not saying that there's anything wrong with your emotions. It's saying that you understand them. You understand your reactions. You understand when something is painful for you and why it's painful, what it's triggering. You understand the relationships that you have and what's going on in that relationship. So this is really important right now, especially with this full moon coming up, and it's going to bring a lot of energy up, a lot of emotional energy up particularly. When I look at this, there is a sense of all these people there are looking at this person at the top of the fountain, and it's like, wow, you did it. Maybe I can do it too. You're showing us the way to go. And now I can do this too. There's also a sense that that person on the fountain is sharing the emotions with the others. It's sharing that water. It's like a life force energy. So it's sharing that life force. So at this time, maybe that is about receiving healing. Maybe it's about giving healing. Or maybe it's about both of them, giving and receiving. What would that be for you? So it could be emotional healing, could be healing on all kinds of different levels of being. But however it is, it's sharing, the sense of sharing and giving unconditionally. All right. That's for all of us. Number 1, let's see what you have. Number 1, you have self-values. The angels are asking you to value who you are. And by valuing who you are, you're allowing yourself to be seen. You're allowing yourself to receive compliments. You're allowing yourself to gift your abilities and your talents to others because you say, these have value. This is something I'm really good at and I want to share it with you. Self-value also allows others to recognize who you are, because you're valuing your truth, you're valuing your gifts, you're valuing your light, you're valuing your beauty, you're valuing all parts of you. And it allows others to reflect that back to you as well. At the moment in the Soul Circle, we're connecting with, aligning with the law of compensation. We're connecting with Archangel Uriel with that too. And the law of compensation is very much about what's going on within you and how it's reflected in the world, how it's reflected back to you. So when I look at this, and especially with the first card, self-value, it's you valuing yourself and then others around you reflecting that value back to you. So if there's somebody in your life who is devaluing you, who doesn't appreciate or respect you, then it's not about them. It may be about them, but it's about looking at what's going on within you, because this is a gift. It's a blessing to see what's happening within you. It doesn't mean that you have to keep that person around you. It just means that there is an opportunity here to see something that's happening within you, and that's why it's being created externally. And it's not to take blame. You know, sometimes, especially in this belief system, if you like, we can tend to think about this as a blaming game, that we're blaming ourselves for something that's happening in the world around us, and that's just not the truth. It's about opportunities. It's about lessons, experiences. And we learn all the time, don't we? So it's not about beating ourselves up, it's about noticing, witnessing, being aware, and then understanding more of who we are and why we created this, and what we can do to then heal it so that we can manifest a new reality externally that is more in alignment with our values and who we are. Self-value. Number 2. Number 2 came up quickly. Accountability. That's really funny, because I was looking at this card just before we got started and I thought, oh, that's an interesting card to be in there. Accountability. Healing. This is a healing card. So it has a person who is painting to other people. So part of this accountability is about maybe connecting to somebody who you're in relationship with at the moment. And that accountability is being kind, being thoughtful, opening your heart, being respectful, sharing, communicating with each other. This accountability, to me, is also about seeing the truth. It's about seeing what is real and being authentic. There's a lot of green in this, and this green is about healing. It's about opening your heart up, and again about connecting with what is the truth here. When we're accountable for something, we say, this is what I'm going to do, and you hold yourself accountable by following up on that, by saying, yes, this is what I'm going to do, and I'll do this tomorrow, or I'll do this next week, or I'll do this now. And that accountability is to yourself. But when you look at this, there's a sense of this accountability maybe to somebody else as well. So there may be somebody in your life that you've promised something, or that it's time to maybe forgive that person, or maybe ask forgiveness. And that's the accountability. The accountability is love. It's interesting with this because I can feel Archangel Chamuel around that energy, and it just feels like there's an equality that's there. There's not just that accountability, there's an equality. It's like balance. It's bringing balance back into a relationship or a connection. What's the truth? Find the truth. Number 3. Number 3 is, I saw this card as well, remembrance. So remembrance is very much about, well, where have you been? Where have you come from? How far have you traveled? The journey that you've been on. So looking back at the gifts that you've received, the blessings that you've embraced. It's looking back at all the relationships you've had, all the connections that have supported you. And when I look at this, there is an angel in the thoughts of this person. So it's remembering maybe somebody in spirit, or remembering that they're never alone. Because it may appear that this person is walking the path alone, but there is an angelic presence that's there, that's with this person, that's with you. You are always supported, always surrounded, always loved, always cherished. And even though sometimes it might seem as if we're doing this alone, we're not. And, I'm here. We are here together. You're here for me, I'm here for you. So we are doing this together. Even though maybe physically we might be alone, energetically we're not. We're all connected. We're all one. So when I look at this path, it's looking back at where you've been, how far you've come, what you've achieved, and what you want to achieve next. What's next on your agenda? What's next for you? What do you want to embrace? What do you want to experience? I love that. Thank you so much, as always, for being with me. I love doing these videos for you. This has been a long time that I've been doing this, and I find great joy in connecting with the angelic realm and supporting you. Make sure you get my Healing with the Angels mini course. It's really going to help you, and it's going to help you understand my work and what I do. Sending you so much love. I'll see you next week.